Hello everyone, my name is Trainer Sally, and in today's episode we're going to be starting a new series on this channel. I'm super excited to be starting this series with you all. It's going to be called The Flip. So the purpose of this series and why I wanted to create it is we're seeing the market value for Pokemon cards astronomically go up, and it's been going up for months, and so many new people are coming back into the hobby of collecting Pokemon cards. Even myself, I just recently, past couple of months, got back into the hobby. I haven't been doing it since I was a kid, so I am one of these people. Now what we're also seeing is there's a lot of people entering in the hobby that are younger and that also might not even have the funds to really get to that point in their collecting that they want to be at. And of course everything does take time, but still they're not having the same accessibility as, you know, years prior when the market was not as high as it really is now. So this series is to kind of go through how can you find something on eBay or how can you find something locally to really start with, and then how can you flip it for 5%, flip it for 10%. So the purpose of this will be going on the journey of me doing it to hopefully give you guys some pointers, or maybe you guys can just follow along on the journey and hopefully you can take away something beneficial of this. I wanted to do this with you all so that you guys can see the progress, see the time it takes, see what I'm looking at and what I'm trying to flip. So I think it will be a cool journey to go on with you all. I do have something for this video I'm excited to go through with you all. It is a collection of Pokemon cards that I got off eBay. I think this is a great starting point for this series. So before we get into this insane collection that I was able to find, we'll go through the cards more, go through some more details. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and let's jump right into it. In this binder is the collection that I got off eBay and where we're going to be starting this series. I'm excited to be doing this with you all. I hope it can serve as a solid example of the journey that can be taken in order to get to that more expensive item that you want to get to. And even if you can't start at something that is this big or at this price point, that is okay. You can start smaller and you can flip your way to something bigger. As you guys can tell, the market just keeps going up. So whatever you can get now is a really great starting point for you, and it might just take you a couple more steps, just like this might take me more steps than it takes you. So I think it will be a fun journey for us all to go on, but this collection is incredible and I'm excited to be going through it with you all. So I got this off eBay, and the seller was just an incredible person, and I actually found this was the front page of the posting. So nothing too crazy. You see the starters, unlimited, base set 2, but nothing wild. You're like, okay, it looks like a normal collection, commons, maybe you'll see an uncommon in here, something along those lines. But then as we get further along in, we'll see some more cards. The other thing to consider here, and you have to be careful with, is that the condition, although might be listed as something, might not be where you actually receive it as. So for example, the person that sold me this binder set of cards said that these were near mint to light played being the max worst condition they could be in. Now the person that sold it to me wasn't really in the Pokemon space, found childhood collection, said, you know what, one of his friends told him it might be worth something. It absolutely is. But you get descriptions like this. This is not light played. In my opinion, this is heavily damaged. I mean, we can take this card out for you guys to take a better look at, but even the second Squirtle, this is the Squirtle behind there, is heavily damaged. I mean, this card is beat up. From the front, you're like, okay, the right angle doesn't look too bad. Maybe there's a little crease there. You get to the back, this thing's beat up. So that's a risk you have to take with buying cards where they don't show you the back, which this one did not. It only showed me the back for the last page of cards, and so that's why I was comfortable with buying it. So we have Fossil, we have Jungle, we have some Team Rocket, but all Wizards of the Coast cards so far. But again, the quality isn't all there. Now I think this set does have a lot of opportunity. I think some of these cards are in that damaged range 100%. And to be completely honest, I don't know what I'm going to do with the damaged cards yet. I still love the artwork, but they are severely damaged. Some of these cards, and that's where you can run into some issues. So, like, just for an example, we have this card right here, top left, beat up. Then we go to this middle card. Okay, some whitening at the top, but obviously in a lot better condition. Same with over here, some whitening at the top, but overall a lot better condition. So as we move through the binder, we actually get to better condition cards. I really liked this set for the price that I got it at and for its potential. Again, the potential had to be found because a lot of these cards, no one's going to be paying obviously top dollar for. These are just regular, unlimited, jungle base at 2. We have fossil in here, but like, let's take a look at this Parasect. So again, with buying on eBay, the pictures that were of these pages were just kind of like either spread out on the carpet or they were still in the binder but kind of farther away, which I truly believe it was just like the seller like snagging some pictures and doing their thing. But like, this is not light played. Like, this is damaged, it's stained, it's creased, it's all the above, all the things you don't want in your card. The only thing I think this card has going for it is the centering is pretty good. But yeah, so you have to be careful of that. You have to understand that you are taking a risk when you're not seeing the backs of the cards beforehand, and that was something I was willing to do based upon what I saw in here. So right now you guys are probably like, I actually love that ferret artwork with the ferret in the back. You're probably like, Sully, we're dying to know why you thought this card lot was actually worth something. Because right now we've seen a whole bunch of non-holo, commons, uncommons. I don't even think we've seen a rare yet. Although they're Wizards of the Coast cards, like, none of them are in great condition. Yes, you would be correct. Like this card at the bottom, actually not bad. A little crease down there. Where is the value? We're getting to it. Don't worry. So it's all about looking through it. All of these pictures of these cards were the first 10, 11 pictures, 9 or 10, because there was 2 pictures at the end, 9 or 10 pictures on eBay. And right now, for the price that this was listed at, no one is buying it for what they've seen so far. What are you going to click all the way through the end? I mean, you click through what, 60, 70% of the pictures and all you're seeing is this, and you're like, oh man, for this price, why am I even wasting my time clicking it? Truly. Love this Erica's Weeping Bell. We have some Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes. Again, we're starting to get into the space where the condition's actually getting a little bit better, which is great, and we continue to move on. Now I think we're getting into some more uncommons, and here's where it starts to get a little bit more interesting. So let's fold that up real quick so that you guys can see this. So light Dugong, light Golduck, this Blastoise. I'm going to pull this one out. On the picture, this was a top card. Again, binder pages laid out all the way top right, out of focus. I legitimately had no idea this Blastoise was coming in this condition. I thought, wow, that's a great dark Blastoise holographic. What an incredible card. It is an incredible card, except this is heavily damaged. Those creases are real. So again, even in this lot where I was like, okay, there's tons of potential, there were still some points where I was like, wow, this is not what I expected. This is not light played. Dark Electrode. This Dark Electrode's actually in fairly good condition. I would say this is one of the best condition cards that we have actually seen yet. So I'm really happy about that. Love the Dark Electro card. Now we start getting into some more stuff here. So we see first edition Dark Croconaw, Dark War Turtle. Moving in, we'll even see some more holographic stuff. Again, condition's big. Condition is key. So Legendary Collection Dark Dragonair. We have Legendary Collection Reverse Kabuto. Another one, I thought, wow, that's a solid hit. But you have to be sure with how you're spending your money, especially when you don't have a lot of it. You have to be confident in the decisions you're making. Obviously, you can 100% always return things off eBay. Even if the seller says no returns, trust me, eBay will be on your side. You will be able to return it if it's legitimate. Now, if we look at this Kabuto, like dead on, you're like, that's a great looking card. You get to the side, some creases right there. You can kind of see the crease all the way down the card right there as well. So not great condition. We're seeing a few cards with this crease in it, and it's all about that risk factor. You know, how much are you willing to risk? Do you feel confident in the decisions you're making? Now we're getting into some very interesting cards. We have the Charizard from Expedition. Very nice card. Decent quality, I would say. Decent quality right there. Overall, great card though. We have some awesome ones. We have the Delta Species Mewtwo. We have the Charizard from Expedition, Marowak, Flygon, and these cards are really truly starting to get into some better conditions, which is great to see, because the cards we have coming up is the cards you definitely want in better condition. So moving through here, we are getting to Light Wigglytuff. Love this artwork. Probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Wigglytuff artwork. Light Vaporeon, Erika's Tangela, Charmander, Golem. Flip open this, some more Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes cards. Right there, beautiful. Now we're getting into some very interesting cards. So here we have the Magneton, Wobbuffet, Magnemite. Fairly good condition. We have a first edition Zapdos holographic. I was excited to see this one. I was like, wow, I can't even believe that this card is here right now. Condition wise, it's actually not too bad. Some whitening right there, but still a first edition holographic card. Hollow's not scratched. It looks great overall. Like I said, a little whitening on the top, but nothing crazy. Articuno, Vaporeon, Mewtwo, and these cards are 100% starting to get into a lot better condition, especially from what we saw in the beginning. So that is great to see, and a great find nonetheless. Into this next page, there's only two cards that I don't think are in fantastic condition. Seadra, Poliwrath, Charmander, very nice. We have the Raichu, another Poliwrath, Hitmontop. The Hitmonchan and Haunter both have scratches on it. Other than that though, these cards are in fantastic condition. We have the Kangaskhan down there as well. Great quality on the back. Let's move through to the next page, and that's where I really started to see like, wow, this does have potential, and I'm willing to take the risk based upon the description that they said. A legendary collection Alakazam, great card right there. Houndoom, I mean, Reverse Scyther, beautiful cards, tons of possibilities in these cards. And again, it's all about, okay, so what can I take this into something else? And I think this collection, although does have some damaged cards, does have some serious gems at a good condition. For the price that I got this lot at, I feel comfortable that I will not only be able to make my money back, but we'll be able to turn this into something even better. So to start off at the top, we have the Jumpluff, we have the Steelix, absolutely incredible card right there, Swampert, Milotic, Team Magma's Groudon, and Azumarill. We're getting very close to the end of this collection, and that is where the true value does come in. We have Swampert, Metagross, Dragonair Delta Species, beautiful card. We have Fortress, Ariados, Beedrill, Deoxys, Celebi, Jirachi. I mean, these are classic cards. Now we're starting to get out of the Wizards of the Coast era, but still the EX series and where we're coming to now, incredible cards are in here. So we have the stamped Rayquaza, we have Wobbuffet, Wilmer, some EX Deoxys, more stuff, EX Emerald Deoxys. These are incredible cards, and I'm excited, very excited that the quality did get better. A couple things I noticed is the hollows were better quality, 100%. Along with that, the newer the cards, the better the condition obviously. But truly, the hollows are in such a better condition than the commons and uncommons. Now, obviously, we have the Dark Blastoise, the Kabuto from Legendary Collection, not in great condition, but those are some outliers. So we have the Gloom, the Shiftry, moving through here, Legend Maker, Crystal Guardians, more Crystal Guardians, the Charmeleon, great cards. Coming up in this next page actually is one of my favorite cards from this collection, even though it's not like the most rare one. So we have Dragon Frontiers, we have the Nidoking, Rayquaza again. We come back, we have the Raikou from Pop Series 2, Promo Mew, Pop Series 4 Mew. I love this Ampharos. I can't get enough of this card. This card is incredible. I love everything about it. Jirachi, Delcatty. Really great. So again, the purpose of showing you this is how I found this lot. It was like Pokemon binder collection, rares, holos, light played, mint. Like nothing super crazy in the description, and also the pictures did not do it justice. In two ways it didn't do it justice. Didn't do it justice because obviously the best cards weren't in front, and also it didn't do it justice because the description was truly wrong. There is no way you can categorize this collection as near mint to light played. It is near mint at best. It is near mint to heavily damaged, to say the least. So we have the Flygon, Delta Species. Love that Pokemon card right there. Charmander, Power Keepers, awesome. Again, more stamped all Power Keepers right here. Love this for Alligator. Oh, beautiful Delta Species cards. I really love the Delta Species. Here's another Wizards of the Coast card that is in stunning condition. This Erica's Vileplume is... This is what I'm talking about by near mint. Like this is it. It has that white nick at the top. That is literally it on this card. This card is in perfect condition. I'm loving everything about this, and this was a big find. Now again, this had the same quality of photo as the Dark Blastoise did. So that's where you can run into a true risk. And I'm trying to be as serious as I can with you all. You can run into a risk when the quality of the pictures aren't good, they're not showing the backs, there's no close-ups. You can run into some issues and really get into something that you don't want to be in. Delta Species, Latias and Latios, Deoxys, obviously the Erica's Vileplume is incredible. Kabutops, Gardevoir, great cards. Next page we have some trainers. I'm glad he set it up like this, because the trainer cards are really just setting up for the incredible cards at the end of this. So I want to get through this entire collection, and then I will tell you all what I paid for it. I think it's important for you guys to get a view and to understand, okay, what is this collection? What does it have? What's the quality? I will tell you all the list price and the purchased price at the end of this video, or at least when we get to the end of the collection. So more trainer cards, and then we get into some nice holographics here. We have the Brock's Rhydon, Light Surge's Fearow, we have Koga's Ditto, Light Azumarill, Dark Slowbro. Here are the big heavy hitters. We have a full, I think 2 pages if I'm correct, more than 2 pages of EX series holos that are in great condition. They're in great condition. We have the Mew, Kyogre, Groudon, Rocket Scyther. When I saw Rocket Scyther was on the last picture listed on this posting on eBay, I was like, I couldn't even believe it. Like, I click through a lot of listings on eBay. It's a lot of fun, in my opinion, to see what cards are out there, what's available, what's the condition, what are they going for, things along those lines. When I saw that card was in here, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So, next page, we have Tyranitar, Scyther EX, Whirlwind EX, Electabuzz, Aggron, another Whirlwind, Chansey, 2 Shiftry EXs. fantastic. Now, on this last page right here, this is where the collection actually does end. So Explode and Kingdra. Beautiful EX cards. Beautiful EX cards. Love the Kingdra there. We might even need to go back through the EX cards because they are that fantastic. These cards that are in this last set are more modern cards. They are in fairly good to, almost pack fresh condition. But these were not actually listed in the collection. He just gave these to me because he was like, hey, I have like 40 extra cards. Do you want them? I was like, sure. Sent them to me in a pack with the binder. I put them in the binder just so that they were there. So this is what was in the actual collection. We can go back to the EX series cards because I know that's what you all want to see. So let's go back to the first page. So right here alone, I said to myself, okay, I think this collection has something in it. I think we could do something fun. I think we could do something that would be good for others to hopefully learn from, maybe get some tips from, maybe even see some failures from so that they don't need to make all the mistakes themselves. And let's see if we can do something with them. So those are the cards. This is the collection. This might be a longer video, but I hope, at least one of whoever watches this video finds some value in it. It was worth it for me to give you the time to go through it. So this collection, let's actually face one of these cards right here as well. Think of what you would pay for this. Like, truly think, okay, like, decent amount of pages, not a crazy amount of cards, some beat up conditions in the front, a lot better conditions in the back, but these are the cards that you are getting from the collection. What is like that mental number? You're like, okay, that's what I think this is worth, or that's what I would pay for it. So, drum roll. The list price for this was $750. I think it was like $20 shipping, $25 shipping. Regardless, I kind of want to keep like shipping and tax out of the final purchase price, only because if you picked this up, from a garage sale, if you pick this up from, someone local, maybe you found somebody on Facebook, you're not paying tax and shipping really on it. So I want to tell you what I paid for it in case you do find it locally, which is great. With everything going on, I don't know if everybody's doing those kinds of things still, but if you are able to do it and safely and get a good price, good for you. So list price was $750. There was a best offer. I paid $300 for this. I think that is a very fair price. I think there's a lot of potential in this. A few reasons why I think that's a very fair price. One, the person just listed it, didn't really 100% know what he wanted to get out of it. He also was looking for the money and wanted to kind of part ways with this because it wasn't doing anything for him. Now, I also think it's very fair because a lot of the cards, especially earlier on, were not in great condition. The Dark Blastoise, the Kabuto, there's a camera up that's kind of destroyed as well, where this wasn't a near mint to light played lot as well. So I think that's fair too. Now, the other thing is, sometimes with lots, they're easier to sell, but you don't get the full value out of them because you didn't take the time to truly go through, find the right person, the right buyer for each card, or maybe several cards at a time. And so that's where I think you can get some value out of lots. And I feel like this was a truly good and solid find, given that the description wasn't like hollow, EX era, rare cards, and then the picture was just these in the front, and then all the way in the back they're like, oh, there's a couple of damage cards. Well, like, if you're starting with these cards in the front, you're like, oh my god, like, how could I not buy this set? Oh, there's a couple damage cards, whatever, I'll pay what they want. Where mine, like, I feel like it kind of went undetected, and we were able to move in. I say we as in me, myself, and I were able to move in and get I truly think is a really solid price on this. So for $300, we're gonna see where this can go. Now, $300 is a lot of money, like, no joke. $300 is a lot of money. And if you can't start at $300, that is more than 100% okay. You can start at $2, you can start at $5, whatever you want to start at, whatever you can start at, whatever is best for you right now to start at, that's where you can start at. But don't think you can't start. You can start, and you can truly make something out of it. It just might not take as little time as you want, and it might not take as little work as you want. But trust me, if you put in the work, put in the time, you can make it happen. And I think this will be a fun journey to take you all on with me, and we can see where. A couple of things I also want to call out from this is, how do I go about selling this? So obviously, let's go back to a damaged card. Let's find the Dark Blastoise, where this card, I have literally no idea what to do with this. If someone wanted to give me $1 for it and it made them happy because they had a Dark Blastoise, great. I don't know the purpose of it. I've never thrown out a Pokemon card in my life, nor do I want to. So I don't know what I'm going to do with Dark Blastoise, but if nobody has a home for him, he'll have a home with me. The other thing I wanted to touch on was, along with never throwing out a Pokemon card, I have a deep, whatever you want to call it, attachment to Pokemon. And I personally don't even 100% love selling Pokemon cards. Now, obviously, if you need to do it, if if that's what you desire to do, great. And if it makes you happier, fantastic. More power to you. If you're doing something fun, if you're doing something safe, and that doesn't negatively impact other people, and it makes you happy, go for it. For me, I've never been one to actually sell Pokemon cards because I love them. It's Pokemon's been around with me my entire life, and I have that such great attachment to it where I don't want to let them go. So, coming back to it all, of where this is at now, I'm also one of those people that can't afford everything right now that I want to have in my Pokemon collecting journey. So what I appreciate about the cards that are in this set is I bought them for a purpose, and I didn't get them myself. I don't have the largest attachment to it as I do with other Pokemon cards that I've had since I was a kid, or that I recently pulled myself. If you guys didn't see, yesterday I pulled a Dark Raichu, first edition, on Instagram in my daily pack company. That one I have an attachment to. For me to sell that, I don't know what would have to happen, but I don't plan on it. So with this, I don't have that full sentimental attachment to it. This, I don't have the full sentimental attachment to it, which I think is good, because that's how we should be selling, is let's move this. Hopefully all of these cards find the proper home for them, and whoever gets them, it makes them very happy. But let's use this awesome collection of cards as a foundation point to build something that I do want to get, and that I will have that sentimental attachment to. That true one, because I earned it. I went from somewhere, and I spread Pokemon cards, I spread that positivity, and I got to where I wanted to be. And I don't feel as such of a bond break parting with these cards because I bought them, although I love them. Some of these cards I have truly wanted for a while. That Ampharos, I think I am going to have to keep, though, because I love it. This Rocket Scyther is an incredible card. Team Rocket Returns is one of my all-time favorite sets. It's in the top 3. It's hard to narrow it down to a 1 set, but this isn't my favorite card from the set. My favorite one is Rocket Snorlax, but I think this is a great spot to take it from, and so that's why I'm excited to do it. So a couple parameters that I want to set. I don't know if I really want to get into PSA grading of any of these cards. Some of them 100% could let's start with 100%. 100%, none of these are grading at 10. Maybe 99% aren't grading at 10. Maybe there's one or two, and it would be of the EX ones because they are in the best condition out of all of them that could grade a 10. Be very tough. I could see a few 9s easily. I can see a lot of 8s. A lot of 8s, a few 9s, maybe several 9s. That maybe one out of all of these 10s. But that's where I think these have a lot of potential. The thing is with PSA, BGS, you're waiting so much time to actually get these cards back that I don't want that to delay the process. Now, if we get to a point where we're not really moving a lot of these cards, trying to sell them raw, and I truly believe that it's going to be a better value because it's all about value. Don't worry about the time as much, but I want to make sure this journey is moving along for us all. We will go through that, but it won't be with every card. It might not even be with all of them at the same time. We will see how it progresses, but that is one of the things I'm, at least right now, not hoping to have to do, but if necessary, we will do it. So the other portion of that, the whole purpose of this journey as well with you all is to show you, okay, you can do this with X dollars. Now, I'm starting with 300. Technically, it's like 350 after tax and shipping, but let's call it 300 like you got this locally. So whether you start with 20 bucks, 50 bucks, 10 bucks, the whole point of it is to not put any more money in. So if we wanted to PSA grade these, BGS grade these, we're not putting in any more money. I would actually have to sell cards from this to fund that. I think that is the most guided path of turning X into Y into Z into exactly what you want it to be. That's how I feel. So that's the path. Obviously, I'm still going to be buying in cards in different places, but for this journey, every card I sell here, the money will only go towards the next purchase and or helping to sell the other cards, like grading them. So that's it. That's the plan. I hope you all enjoyed looking at these cards. Comment down below what your original thought of what this cost was. I'd be interested in hearing it. If you're interested in any of these cards, hit me up on Instagram, DM me. My Instagram link is down in the description below. Go check me out, Pulling That Dark Raichu. It's incredible. I was super hyped up about it. Social media links are down in the description. Instagram's in there. I do daily pack openings. I do daily code giveaways, but also hit me up if you're interested in any of these cards. Like I said, I'm trying to sell them all. So we'll see where this journey takes us. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.